Hey guys, it's Sam and this is Top 5 Wednesday. If you are new to Top 5 Wednesday, I will leave a link to the Goodreads group down below for topics and such. This week's topic is our favorite mother figures in the United States. This week is coming up is going to be Mother's Day. So I think we've done this topic in the past, but for some reason I had a very hard time coming up with people. I think it's because I'm tending to skew more towards adult books and a lot of the characters are there for adults, so their mothers aren't necessarily around. And then a lot of YA doesn't even, it has like absent mother figures. I don't know what it is about like the mothers not sticking out in my head as much, but I also didn't do some like obvious moms. Like I could have done a ton of Harry Potter characters. You guys know that I don't tend to like doing lists with them because it's like those characters already have a ton of love. We don't need to have them all the time. And I would have had a much easier time if I included like TV shows and stuff like that, but just with the books, I had a harder time for some reason. I feel like I'm forgetting people. I don't know what's happening, but I had a harder time with this than I thought I was going to. So number 5 is Eleanor from Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna McGuire. She is the leader of the school, Eleanor West School for Wayward Children. She herself is one of the kids that at one point went through into a portal fantasy world and has come back, and so she has made a school for kids who also have similar experiences in different portal worlds to come to either decide that they don't want to go through their door anymore or who are waiting for their door to reopen for them so they can return to their fantasy home. And you don't get to see a ton of her, but she is kind of a guiding light in the series. I really want to see her particular story because we haven't yet. So I would like to see what happened with her before she became the leader of the school and the world that she's waiting to go back to. But she is a character that I really love and I appreciate because she just wants to give people a home, even if it's temporary, before they decide where they want to be in the world. Number 4 is Amelie, I think is the way you say her name, from The Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. And she is Ava Lavender's grandmother. So in this story you follow 3 generations of women. You follow Ava, her mother, and then her grandmother and kind of see the story of their family. And I love the grandmother the most. The mom I have some issues with a little bit. She's unlikable but in a good way, but I don't like love her as a mother figure. I really love the grandmother a lot and her particular story. Number 3 is Maura, who is Blue's mom from the Raven Boys, but really any of the women from the Raven Boys, because they kind of like all co-mother Blue in a lot of ways. So really Maura, Calla, and Persephone as a like village raising a child are like my favorites. They're so great, and they tread that line between being friends with her and also being authority figures, and it's just a series about teenagers that has very present adults in it, and mostly adult women. There are some adult men, but they're not as present as the women are, and I just really appreciate it. And number 2 is Bara from the Shadow and Bone trilogy and just the Grishaverse by Leigh Bardugo. Bara is maybe not the best mom, but is at this point in the story a crotchety, old, angry woman, and I just respect and love her and love everything she stands for and love her like remorse for some of the parts she played in the story and in the world before we even get to it, and just everything about her and how powerful she is. She's mean, but I love her. And lastly, at number 1, the mother of all mothers, we have Assoon from the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. She is everything. Like, as soon as I made this topic, I was like, okay, like, Assoon's number 1, obviously. Like, you have to read this whole series, but just you follow her journey as a mom and also as her own person. She is so interesting because she is a mother, and that's an important part of her identity, but she's also so much more. And I find that a lot of times in fiction you will have, and even in reality, you will have women reduced to just their motherhood. And that is something that completely bothers me. Even if it's by a woman's choice that she's reduced to that, I also feel like society forces women into that and pours them into that mold whenever they have children. And Assoon is very much a mother, but is also very much her own person. And I love her. And she is, oh, the mom feels that I have for this series is just overwhelming. So those are some of my favorite moms and mother figures. Comment them below. Let me know some of yours. Again, please don't include Harry Potter characters because I just like, I know. Everyone loves Molly Weasley. Everyone loves like a bunch of the teachers. Like everybody. Yes. But I want like mom characters that I don't maybe already know about. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye.